ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shits, Shartimus, subscribe,
Yeah, call her Spider Bitch, but don't look at the back too long or else you're an evil bastard. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the Space Knight Venom Build-A-Figure Wave Silk. If you're trying to pick up this wave, you will be able to get it.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Again, thanks so much X-Mania87 for making this review possible. If you want to follow him on Instagram, see some great pictures, check the link below. And this is a very cool looking figure. I really like the character Silk. I like her first costume more than this one though, you know, but I can understand why they didn't make it. Anyway, on this side you can see the Spider Girl that she's a running change with, and you can see both figures on the back. There's a read-up. If you want to read it, pause it now. There's the other figures from the wave. On that side you get Silk, and then at the top you get a spider logo. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Silk out of the packaging, and I really like this character a lot along with this figure. This is one of the ones that when I first heard about it coming out, I was like, oh, I need the Silk figure. I really like this character. I think she's very cool. If you're not familiar with her, she was bitten by the same radioactive spider that bit Peter Parker. But, you know, the character was created fairly recently, so they just made up this whole thing where she was stored away in a bunker for like the majority of her life. Another fun fact about this character is that her and Peter have this extra spider sense that when they're around each other, they cannot help but screw each other's brains out. They're not in love. It's a truly lustful thing going on, but I love that they had written that in. I thought it was kind of funny, and they kind of try to stay away from each other as much as possible because, yeah, when they get close, oh man, the action starts. But anyway, the figure comes with an interchangeable head. She does not include the webbing that you see right over here, which I think is fantastic, and I highly recommend. I'm not getting paid to say this. I'm just saying I love my spaghetti webs. Link in the description below. So here's looking at the first head sculpt with the mask on, and I think it looks really nice. Even though she does not look Asian to me, I think she does look a little bit more Latina than Asian. But the eyebrows look really good. I think the paint came out pretty solid. You can see there's this little seam in the plastic, but that's very fine. You know, it doesn't bother me too much. I really like the shading in the hair though. I love that we're getting the blue over the black. I think that looks really cool. I also like how the hair is sculpted. I like how it's wafting off over to there to the side. Looks really nice. I'm liking that a lot. Now switching the heads out, I will say that it's a little bit tough right there. You can see that this pin has gotten a bit worn. Now switching the heads, you just take the scarf and you place it on right over there, and then we have the unmasked face of Silk, or Kelly Moon, right there. And she does not look Korean at all. This is definitely more of a Rebecca Lazarus look than a Lucy Lee look, right? If you're familiar with those two, a high five. But looking at this, it looks beautiful. It looks like a beautiful Latina woman. There is a little bit of a scuff or a little dent right there, right in between her eyes. That's a little annoying. But the paint came out pretty well. And the hair is the same. It's sculpted the same way, so it's wafting off to the side. You know, they didn't sculpt different hair. They just plopped it right on the different head sculpt. So the hair is painted out exactly the same. I'm going to probably use this for my Psylocke. I don't know. I'll show that off in a second. But looking at the rest of her costume, this is not my favorite Silk costume. As you can see right here, this is the original Silk costume, and I like this one more. But this one still looks really good, and I still like the character. Still goes to show, even if it's a less sexy costume, I still like the character. I really like this red paint though. I love how it kind of fades from the brighter red and it goes darker. It doesn't line up perfectly right there on the sides though, but it's not enough to bother me. For the most part, I do think this came out pretty clean, but there are parts that are a little bit shaky. If I lift this up right over here, this continues all the way through, and I think that is magnificent. I really like that. The gray looks alright, a little bit of black in there. Looking on her back, that looks really good too. Like I said, tiny imperfections throughout, but it doesn't really take enough away for me to not like it. And then you have her web shooting. She shoots webbing from her fingertips, which is kind of neat, I guess. And then this is just a fisted hand right here. Not looking too bad. Looking from the waist down. Some nice Korean nalgas right over there. And then on the thighs look pretty good. Yeah, I like that. And here's her feet. Pretty nice, and she does have peg holes. Now the articulation isn't too bad on this figure. I have tried getting her head to look up as much as I can, so without moving it to the side, she can look up that much, which is only a little bit. She does look down very far. You also get side to side movement over here. You kind of have to flip the hair over the shoulder when she looks left, so you can see it right there. Now, one reason why that peg is so messed up is from me doing that. You can see inside there it's kind of splitting just a little bit, and that's because I've just been desperate for her to look up. So I tilt it to the side and turn it, or this side and try to move it upwards so she can look up and swing a little bit. But again, I'm warning you, it made this very loose. So she has a crazy amount of head pivot because of that. Oh, jeez. Anyway, the shoulders move outward that far. She can't move forward. She has a single jointed elbow and rotation at the elbow. It's very unfortunate she does not have double jointed elbows because it's impossible for a female character of this side to have double. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, Harley Quinn. DC Collectibles did it with the double jointed elbows right over there. Why can we not get the same treatment from Marvel Legends, huh? Come on, man. So, you know, it would be nice to show her able to remove her mask, but I guess you could do that, but that looks really weird. She does have the wrist rotation, and they hinge up and down. She has a decent diaphragm joint that turns side to side. Crunches forward only a tiny bit. It moves back a lot more. I really wish it could crunch forward more than that, and it has a good pivot right there. She has some decent hip joints that move outward just that far. She does kick forward a really good amount. She doesn't really kick back so much. She has an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and then the ankles move down, up only a little bit, and she does have ankle pivot. Now measuring out this figure, you can see that she stands a little over 6 inches tall. And then to compare Silk to some other Marvel Asian female characters, we have Jubilee and Psylocke, and I don't think any of these look Asian to me. I just don't see the ethnicity in their faces. Maybe the Psylocke one the most, I guess. And just a little fun fact, thanks again X-Men E87 for showing me this. If you take the alternate Silk head and you just rest it on the top right over there, you have a much nicer looking Psylocke. I think that looks really good. But if you pop it all the way on, her neck disappears. Gets me. And then here's Silk next to the other figures from the wave that I've already reviewed. Only one more left and then the Build-A-Figure. And it looks like Silk and Spider-Girl over here have similar parts. They both have the same legs. From the diaphragm joint down is the same, and the arms are the same aside from the hands. And then to compare it to some other figures, I wanted to show her next to the female teenage body of Spider-Gwen, which we already saw with the Jubilee. And then we have Ms. Marvel and Pizza Spider-Man. And I think the height difference here is okay. I feel like she should be just a little bit shorter than she is. And then here's Silk next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. You know, it's kind of funny, with the amount of complaints I have, I actually still like the figure. Like the paint apps, a little bit shoddy here and there. I definitely think whoever's sculpting these faces at Gentle Giant needs to learn how to sculpt different ethnicities. And I also wish we'd gotten double jointed elbows. DC Collectibles is able to do it, why shouldn't Hasbro do it, right? But I still like the figure. I really like the character, and I'm very happy to have it. Anyway, I hope you guys are very happy with my review. If you are, please hit the like button. Click any of the boxes popping up over here for more Shart in your face. If you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please go ahead and hit that button right over there. If you want to check out my last 2 video reviews, you can check them out by clicking any of the boxes over here. Yesterday I did a review on the Spider-Girl, and then before that I did the Hobgoblin review right over there. And if you're not following me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, you can stay up to date with what's coming next in my videos, what I'm pre-ordering, and the photos that I take. And you can see a full photo gallery of images over at marvelousnews.com. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures. I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures. I'm posing action figures. I'm posing action figures. It's okay.
That's crispy.
How can